So I'm looking for a small, high output flashlight that I can stick on this card. This is my old flashlight at the top here, and it puts out about 250 to 300 lumens, and it works fine. It's a great little flashlight. I'll probably keep it and use it for other purposes, but I want something that's probably up in the 800 range, maybe more if possible. So pocket racks like this, I can hold things vertically like that, or I can hold them horizontally. But that's what they look like, and then you can take all your EDC and store them on the card like this. It holds about anywhere from 19 to 20 inches of square inches of space. So yeah, you can get quite a bit on one of these. So a company called Manker Light got in touch with me and said, we've got something that should fit on that rack, and it puts out about 1,300 lumens. So I was fairly impressed. I know there's other lights that are up in this range, but this size was pretty amazing. So this is roughly the size of a single cell AA pen light. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. This thing will do multiple power sources. So you can have lithium ion, you can have a NIM battery, you can have a AA alkaline. They all work in this flashlight. And I did some testing on it. This should be pretty interesting. Stick around. Right, so what we're going to be talking about and looking at today is the EO5 II, 1300 lumens, 42.7 grams in weight, and 91 millimeters long. It's absolutely the perfect size to fit into this pouch. So, as I mentioned before in the opening, I'm going to start concentrating more and more on EDC merchandise that's going to fit into our pocket racks. And what we've got here, this pouch, this is a new pouch we just kind of sourced. It's kind of sweet in that I can pull out all of the organizer on the inside. So there's no, inside of this thing, there's nothing. It's just an empty pouch. Instead of having all the straps and pockets and things on the inside of this pouch, oh yeah, it also will hook up to your belt, which is, I use it that way. It's just designed for the pocket rack. So the pocket rack will hold about 19.5 to 20 square inches of EDC on the outside of it. It's all strapped down with various elastics that we've been working on for a while to try to make them strong and durable. Here's the flashlight. Pops right out. Sorry, going the wrong way. Popping right out. And straps are still there. And you can just, when you want to put it back, you just pull it up and pop that back in. We'll hold off and do that at the end. So here it is. Manker makes this thing. It's a really nice aluminum body, AL, and there's also an aluminum reflector on the inside. It uses a 14500 lithium ion battery on the inside. Let me see here if I can pop it out for you real quick. There it is. And this will produce at the highest level about 1,300 lumens, I believe. Yeah, 1,300 lumens. Or you can swap in a AA battery, which, what did I do? Oh, here's the AA. You can swap in a AA battery, and it will work at a lower power level. But the nice part about this is if your 14500 battery, suddenly loses charge and you need a backup something real quick and you don't have time to charge it, you drop in that AA and you're good to go. But yeah, here, let's see. I'll put that down like that. Yeah, there's your strobe function. And that's low, medium, and high. So that works very, very effectively, even with the AA in there. I shouldn't say even with. 420 is a decent power output, so it's kind of nice. And then let me put that Manker back in here, that lithium ion. Drop it in, tighten it up. And again, so come off the strobe low, medium, high, very high. So later on, after in the next segment of this video, I'll show you what this thing looks like when it lights up my whole office. I just shine it up at the roof, at the ceiling, and turn it on, and it lit up my whole room, office like it was a regular light. I was amazed, really amazed. Anyway, it's a nice little light. Clip on here. The clip when I first got it was clipped all the way down like that, so there was a gap, no gap here. It was very tight. I had to bend it up so it would fit in my pocket on my Levi's. and now no problems at all. It's a very rugged little clip here, deep clip. They said that this is a lanyard hole. I would not put anything cloth through there. It's going to cut it off eventually. It's kind of sharp. I think that's just an access hole for the screw that's on the inside there. You can see that screw. And what else here? Oh yeah, there's an interesting function here that it's not even marked as in the instructions, but if you double click, click it on, you can then just turn the front of this, it'll turn off, and it'll allow you to just kind of scroll through all the different functions each time you turn it on. So you can actually leave it powered on in the back and just turn it off and on from screwing it back and forth, and it'll just drop you right into whatever function you want. If you want to use the strobe, turn it off, and then go half, half, and then hit it, and it'll go on. So you're doing a half press down, and it'll activate the strobe. Do a half press twice, and then strobe comes on in the third one. So it's kind of cool. So it's half, half, and then strobe, and then after that it'll just go through 2, 3, 4, and you can also do half, and then it scrolls through that way as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just lock it down whichever one you want. So there's 2 different ways to activate it from the back, and then from the front you just screw it each time. Just advance it and it'll go off and on that way, but you have to turn on first. And it'll just scroll through each of the functions, which is kind of cool. Very nice. And that's about it. I really like the backup idea of being able to just drop in, a AA battery to replace the lithium ion when there's a problem. That's a very, very cool little function. I've seen other little tiny lights that are doing that, where you actually keep the battery inside and you can just switch between the lithium ion that's built into the flashlight and then having that backup battery just to be able to flip it in there. But this one's nicer. I like it a lot. Anyway, okay, let's drop it back in here. I'll show you how easy that is. Again, I've fitted it. I wasn't going to even do this review unless the thing was going to fit in here, and it fits perfectly. And for the power output this thing has, it's pretty remarkable. Very nice. An added bonus too, if you're using it in this configuration and you're pulling it out of the bag, let's say you need it right away, or you've got it sitting out, you can just turn it on by pressing the buttons on the back. So yeah, you got the flashlight is already built in there. You'd be holding the whole damn thing, but yeah, it's another way to use it. Or you can just pull it out immediately and ready to go. Very cool. Drop back in there again. So you pull it up like this, stick it inside and push it through, and you're good to go. That's it. Let's drop it back in the pouch. Put this in here. Flip it up. Sure everything's in there. That's it. Ready to go.
All right, to give you some idea of how much light this thing throws off, I'm actually lighting my office right now with this light. I've got it set up on top of a softbox over here, and you'll see what happens. Okay, so you can see the light is right there. It's at full 1300 lumens, and yeah, that's how much it's lighting the room. Pretty impressive.
So thanks for stopping by today. Like I said, I'm going to be concentrating mostly on trying to get items that are 103 millimeters from top to bottom. Or I think, what's the side here? Hold on a second. Let me see what the side width is. 61. So 103 millimeters up, down, or 61 millimeters wide, that'll fit on these racks. These are the kind of things that I'm going to be reviewing and looking at in the future going forward. If you're interested in the Manker light, I'm going to put up information on their website where you can take a look at these things in more detail. It seems to be a good product. I've been messing around with it for about a week now and kind of abusing it, and it keeps on working. I like the idea that I kind of stumbled across the multiple functions for how you can turn it off and on. They didn't even have that information in the little book that came with it, so it was kind of a surprise to me to run into that. Anyway, if you have any questions, the comment section below is perfect for that, or the community page. Drop in the community page. There's a ton of information that's coming in from other people who are building pocket racks. It's been really, really interesting to see what's coming up. We did a trademark on the Pocket Rack name, so that's that's actually going to be coming through in the next couple of weeks. Actually, it's probably going to be longer than that, but they said that we'll get more information soon on that. And then if you have anything else you'd like to share regarding suggested things that we could put into the Pocket Rack, that would be really, really interesting as well. Please do share them below in the comments again. And I'll put, again, more information in the comments. There'll be links to a lot of the things you just saw. So thanks for stopping by today. Look forward to seeing you again. Take care.